Hey Pisces, thanks for checking out your weekly forecast for November 14th through the 20th. This is for Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Now, you might stumble upon this video after the time frame I mentioned. That's just fine. You're going to see it whenever you're meant to see it, whenever it's time to hear the messages for you. Keep in mind it's a general reading for the collective. Therefore, not every single message is going to resonate, and that's okay. Take what does, leave what doesn't. And without further ado, my dears and my darlings, let's see what we have coming up here for the Pisces collective. So, first card coming up here is the Four of Cups. Four of Cups is dissatisfaction. Okay? You might not like what life is giving you right now, or you might not be satisfied with your present circumstances. Now, sometimes when we're in this energy, we start to get worried and we start to beat ourselves up. Like, I'm not being in gratitude and I need to be in gratitude. And if I'm not optimistic and if I'm not positive and if I'm not happy, I'm not going to manifest. And we get into this whole like internal conflict and fear and worry. But what a lot of people don't realize is this Four of Wands energy can be super beneficial in coming into leveling up and coming into upgrading. So some of you have heard me say this before. The Four of Cups makes me think a lot of what Rumi wrote about when he wrote about divine discontentment. And divine discontentment is that moment when you might be looking around you and you're seeing all these people living a great old life. You see them have all kinds of blessings and accomplishments and relationships and all this wonderful stuff. And you're not necessarily hating on them. You're not jealous. You're not sitting there like wanting them to lose everything or take what they have. But you're like, hey, like they're no better than I am. There's nothing about them that makes them more special than me. Where's my blessing? Where's my accomplishment? Where's my good stuff coming in? Where's my happy relationship? Like you might just be looking around and saying, I deserve that too. And so divine discontentment is that moment you realize, hey, I'm a child of God. I'm a child of the universe. Nobody's better than I am. I'm equal to everybody else. I deserve to be happy. I deserve to have good things happening in my life. And so Four of Cups kind of makes me think of that energy. And so you can be grateful for what you have, but still realize that you deserve more. And that's the energy I feel like you're in, Pisces. Like you're looking around and you're saying, a lot of this stuff, I'm grateful that I have it. Don't get me wrong, but I want more. And I feel like you're beating yourself up for feeling that way. And you don't have to. You don't have to beat yourself up for feeling that way. This is a part of your awakening. Everything you have right now, you manifested under limited beliefs. You manifested bare minimum because you thought that that's all that was possible. Or things were so bad before that bare minimum sounded like paradise. And so you manifested bare minimum. And now you realize this is bare minimum, right? This is bare bones, bare minimum. I want spice. I want flavor. I want seasoning. I want the cherry on top of the sundae. There's nothing wrong with wanting that. So when you find yourself feeling this way, work with it. Go with it. Use it into like that healthy sense of entitlement. I want more. I deserve more. I'm grateful for what I have. Thank you, God. Thank you for universe for what I currently have. But I am ready for more because I know that I deserve more. So there's a sense of raising the bar with this Four of Cups. The next card that's coming up here for the Pisces collective is the Five of Pentacles. Some of you may be having some financial hardships and you're tired of it. You're tired of it and you're like, you're ready for more, you want more. Five of Cups can also sometimes come up when we're feeling pushed out or closed out of a situation. But there's a beautiful flip side to did I say Five of Cups? I meant to say Five of Pentacles. There's a beautiful flip side to Five of Pentacles that a lot of people don't know. If you look at tarot, if you're learning tarot cards have keywords. And one of the keywords of the Five of Pentacles is a loyal friend, a loyal lover. So yes, there's the aspect of being shut out, But there's also the aspect that as you're kind of out there in the cold, you're coming across a loyal friend or a loyal lover or somebody or life partner even, but somebody who has your back. Somebody's like, look, I'm right there in this with you. I'm sticking by your side. I've got your back. You're going to get through this, or we're going to get through this. So there could be like a coming closer together. Coming closer together. Some of you are very frustrated because you've been trying to alleviate some financial problems, specifically for the manifestation of a relationship. You're like, well, I got to get my money right if I'm going to be in a relationship. But for you, my darling, your life lesson may be that it's not about the money. It's not about what you can do for somebody else financially, but somebody coming in with you and building together and creating together, and someone who's with you because of you, not because of finances. Okay, so for some of you, there could be clearing out this kind of a lesson. Five of Pentacles also can come up when we're making a big career change or coming into self employment during uncertain economic times. And we could definitely say we're in uncertain economic times right now, worldwide. And so, Five of Pentacles might remind us that, okay, it's time to make these changes. But when it comes to investing money or spending money, we need to do so conservatively, right? There's the old saying, you got to spend money to make money. That's very true in business, right? Even with me, I have to spend money for internet connection. I have to spend money on tarot cards. I have to spend money on my electric bill, right? You got to spend money to make money. But Five of Pentacles reminds us we need to do it conservatively. This is not the time to take huge financial risks or huge financial investments, because it might take some time for the profit to come in. The profit will come in, but because of economic factors, it's not going to be overnight. So keeping that in mind, you don't want to spend or invest more than what you can do without for a while. Another thing too, so I had to pause for a little bit. The heater kicked on, and I think the background noise is really distracting in the videos. I've listened, and I'm like, oh gosh. So I need to let the heater stop doing its thing. Five of Pentacles, with the Four of Cups, also gives me a feeling in a sense of like, some of you may be, I don't want to say turning your back, but Four of Cups coming in with the Five of Pentacles makes me feel like some of you may be, and not even burning bridges, but like closing some doors right now. You may be removing yourself from a situation. You may be removing yourself from your current community or your current circle. Maybe you're not satisfied with the support, or maybe it's just been complete and total lack of support. Maybe you've been dealing with false comforters. Okay, what does that mean? I'm not talking about comforters on the bed. Again, some of you don't like it when I bring up Bible stuff, but I can't help it. I've said it before, I'm a preacher's daughter and learned to read from a children's Bible. So a lot of the time, sometimes these stories come up. And I'm not telling you you have to be Christian. I'm not telling you you have to believe in the Bible. Just take it as an example. But in Job was said to be the most righteous man on the planet, really, essentially, during his lifetime. And he was very blessed for it. He had so many blessings. And it's said that the devil said, well, God, Job is only faithful to you because you give him so much. And I bet you that if he didn't have all this stuff, he would hate you, he would curse you to your face, and he would just, die. And God is like, okay, well, you can't kill him, you can't do anything like that, but you know Job is not gonna be like that, right? So he came into this time of this test. He came into this time of uh you want to call it psychic attack, spiritual attack, whatever you want to call it. And so there were a lot of hardships in his life, and he essentially lost everything, and he went from being very comfortable and very wealthy and having a lot of friends and having a lot of family to just being alone and financially bankrupt, really. And even his wife would tell him, just curse God and just be done with it, be done with life. And his friends came to see him and they're like, oh, Job, man, you know what? You're being punished because you're a sinner and you're sinning secretly. We thought you were righteous, but you have all these problems in your life, and it must be because you're a bad person. You're doing something you shouldn't be doing. So confess your sin so that you'll stop being punished. They threw it on him. And so, Pisces, some of you might be in a situation where maybe you're having some challenges in your life right now. And you might have people who are telling you, well, Pisces, it's because you're really pessimistic. Or, oh, Pisces, you're just low vibrational. Or you're not manifesting. Or you just don't believe in the Lord enough. Or you don't have enough faith. Or, whatever it might be. Like you just might have people who are saying that your life is hard right now because of something you're doing, and it's like it's your fault that it's happening. Or they're like, oh, well, Pisces, I'm going to say a prayer for you, but they're not coming in and they're not helping you when you need help. So there could be something here, Pisces, where you're like I said, maybe not burning bridges, but you may be closing some doors. And you might just be saying, like, if I'm going to go out on this on my own, then I'm really going to go out on my own. Like, I'm just kind of done with this circle, or I'm done with this group. But remember what I said about the 5 of Pentacles. The flip side of that is, on that journey, you do find soul family. You do find soul tribe. You do find people who are in your life for the right reason and who know what you're going through and who have your back. So there's loyalty on the other side of that journey. Your next card here is a Major Arcana card. So Major Arcana cards come up when it's a significant new chapter, a defining period of time. It's not going to be wrapped up in a 7-day period of time, but things may be happening in the next 7 days that are setting this energy in motion. If you have Gemini placements, there could be big changes and big shifts happening for you in those houses or in those areas of your life. Some of you could be dealing with a Gemini that might be very significant in partnership or relationship. But Gemini aside, the Lover's card is a card about choices, decisions, sometimes even sacrifices, and it is called the Lovers. Before the 6th Major Arcana card was called the Lovers, some decks called it the choice, the decision, or the sacrifice. So even though we see it as a love card today, even when it comes in with the energy of love, it comes in with like, what do we want? What are we willing to do to get it? And we might be choosing one relationship over another, or we might be choosing a relationship over something else in our life. Maybe some of you are choosing a relationship and there might be people who are unhappy about this relationship, or you might be sacrificing something for this relationship or for this connection. There could be that element here for some of you. But the Lover's card could be a soulmate, could be a romantic relationship that's coming in, could be that you're finding the significant soulmate, regardless of whatever their zodiac sign might be, through this 5 of Pentacles energy of kind of just going out there on your own, going out and making this transition and finding a significant relationship in the process. Your next card here is the 3 of Wands, and the 3 of Wands is expansion. It is a card seen a lot of the times of having to do with enterprise. So there's sometimes like a self-employment aspect to this card, or collaboration, sometimes coming in, working with others on collaborations, or taking business or self-employment to the next level. It's sometimes referred to as the point of no return card. So 3 of Wands can sometimes come up when like we've come a really long way. We've come a really far way and we can't go back to the past. Like, we need to move forward. So there could be something here with the 3 of Wands, Pisces, where, the fire's being lit here under your sweet little behind, getting you moving forward. Like, I can't stay here. I can't move backwards. It's time for the next thing. It's time for the next chapter. It's time for expansion. 3 of Wands can also be you can't unsee what you've seen. So you may have seen things about your circle or the people or certain institutions that are around you that you might say, I gotta keep going in my direction. I can't make my life choices or my life decisions when I'm not receiving the support. Like you're telling me do this, and what you're telling me isn't working. And when I tell you it's not working, it's like, oh well, then I guess I'll pray for you. Well, you got to figure something else out, right? If it's not working, you got to figure something else out. And this is the energy here with this Three of Wands. You're figuring out what's working for you. You're getting into your flow. You're moving forward. So it's just you're moving on and moving up. Three of Wands is definitely a card of moving up. You may want to check out your moon sign, your rising sign. Some weeks your moon sign or rising sign might resonate more than your sun sign. There is a playlist in the description that will take you to the weekly forecasts, and you can see the other videos. If you want to check out the link to schedule a private reading with me, link in the description takes you to my scheduling page, calendly.com/amethystangellite, and you can schedule a private reading with me there. I thank you all for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. I hope you all have a fabulous week ahead. Take care and be well, my darlings.